What up, YouTube? It's your boy, and I'm back at it again with another video. Today's topic is about how social media changed my life, bro. And I wanted to say this because I've been on social media since I was a kid. Not gonna lie to you. I remember being on social media as far as when I was like in the 5th grade. If I was in the 5th grade, that's probably like 11 years old, something like that, right? And like back then I wasn't on it more like that much, but remember I remember just being on Instagram and Snapchat. Other than that, like TikTok wasn't out. There was like Vine. I remember being on Vine and using social media then, but those were like just for like funnier videos, and I wasn't on it that much. I was always playing soccer or even on video games, so social media didn't really affect me when I was younger. But as I got older, right, in like high school, where I really started picking up my social media and posting and using it, was like sophomore junior year of high school. So like me posting, I had gained like a lot of confidence within myself, which was good. And posting myself and just like looking at a lot of other people and just watching funny videos and just being on social media, right? And that's when like TikTok came out, and that was like around sophomore year too. So I was like 15, 16, using it a lot, right? And then I went on to like senior year, and then I started to realize like, yo, I'm addicted to my phone. Like, I'm on my phone every minute of the day almost. And I felt like one of those robots that I would be crossing the street, even texting someone, or just like watching a video or listening to something, or just something like that, where it's just like continuously like being on my phone. And I realized like that is horrible for me, bro. Like, it's not good for you at all. And this is when I really started finding like self-improvement out, like without me even knowing. Like, my favorite YouTuber was at the time was Soluminati, and he used to make these spiritual videos and everything like that, and, just like awakening people, like just waking people up to like the matrix that we live in, and just like the everyday life that just like look at people around you, bro. Like, it's like continuous things of just like nothing good, nothing to like better yourself at, right? And I was always hitting the gym, right? So I was always pushing myself at like even sophomore, even freshman year, I'll do like 100 push-ups a day. So like I built up that like sustainability of like working out and everything like that. So I understood like pushing myself and everything. But other than that, I would just be like after school, go to work, or like after school, go to work, hit the gym, and then just like be on social media. Like that was it, bro. Like, it wasn't even shows, anything, not reading books, nothing that I'm doing now. Just like social media, bro, for the rest of the day, just hours, even in school, just on social media. And me realizing like this was like really bad for me, bro. Like, so like I said, so Soluminati was one of my favorite YouTubers, and he was waking people up, and like something like that. I remember him showing us about like him telling us about like social media and how bad it is for your brain. And I like really slowly realized it, and I remember like going off of it for like my senior year. And I remember like just developing habits and doing things like reading and just slowly trying to get into it. And then by the time I turned the year after, where like I would be in college, but I'm not in college, right? So like I was 19. Well, I'm 19 now, but like starting like the beginning of like when I turned 19, I started to see my life go way better. Like me journaling and doing stuff better that's like makes me happy in real life. Like with social media, a lot of people don't realize like how bad their influence to like a lot of other people were doing, right? Like I would be on Instagram like seeing people's stories, and some people would be in like Dubai or Dominican Republic or just somewhere around the world, and I'm just like, damn, man, I wish I was there. You have the sense of like, damn, like like you're missing out on something, right? But like when you start to really learn to like step away from that and love yourself in real life, like you start to realize that, bro, your life is lit. Like, you're lit in real life. Like, you do the things that you want to do, right? Because without the social media, bro, you would just be you'll have time to do what you have to do, like what you really want to do. The things that you said that you would have done if you had the time. Now you have like the time, because you're clearing up hours worth of social media. I remember my screen time being so bad, bro, like hours within each day. And I'm like, bro, you're like a robot. Like, I remember just thinking in my head, like, bro, you're literally like a robot on your phone, like, and when I took a step back, I started to realize, I remember being like in the city, just seeing so many people just on their phone, kids, everywhere, just like on their phone, just like, even like I said, people crossing the street. I was one of those persons. I was one of those people that were just crossing the street on the phone, texting, or just like watching something or looking at something. And it's just like, it's so robotic, bro, how like we're just glued to this shit, like truly addicted to this stuff, and you know, I can say it definitely changed my life for the better, bro. Like, and what I was getting to get my point off was, you know, so like as I'm going through these months, this past month of my year of being 19, right? So like I'm gonna be 20 within a couple days, and I realized that, like, you know, this was a pretty good year for me. You know, I woken up and I, you know, started to see life for what it was, and you know, I started to really love myself like more than I ever did before. So you know, I realized that, like, taking a step back from social media and really just getting away from all of these toxic apps that people don't even realize. Like, a lot of the things that you see on TikTok, you know, it's bad, bro. You'll see a lot of different things. You'll see a lot of girls twerking, a lot of, like, just like doing pornographic things, bro. Just, you know, shaking their body, you know, doing all of that stuff, like, for these dances and stuff. But like, you have to realize that your mind's starting to see that, right? And when my mind starts to see that, it gives me these urges to want to, you know, fuck, or even just like, you know, like nut and stuff like that, jerk off, whatever. It's just like, it gives you these urges that takes you away from your goals. And you know, me trying to be on semen retention, that would like destroy me. Like, just seeing all these girls shaking their ass, or you showing their cleavage, it just makes you, it's like the devil turns into you, bro. Like, it goes into your mind, and you just like, you start moving without like realizing it, right? And you know, it ended up like having me relapse a lot, you know, realizing why. Like, I'm relapsing. I'm like, yo, I follow all of these like beautiful women on these apps that are just like doing provocative things and just showing their body, you know, doing all these bad things that's not good for you, bro. So like, I realized like this is like a big step from within my life that's like holding me back almost, bro. I remember being ambitious, always being ambitious, but then like I would go on social media and like, you know, 20-30 minutes go by and like, oh damn, I have to go do this. And you know, but it's like, bro, like, why are you even on your phone for 20-30 minutes after you saying like you're about to go do something, you know? And I realized like it wasn't good for me, bro. And as you know, for these past, like, I'll say this past month, right, something had happened within my life where, you know, it was like a setback where I'm like, okay, cool. But like, I remember re-downloading social media for me to post on TikTok, you know, for like my gym content and everything like that. And you know, my coping excuse would be like, I gotta post on TikTok, so I gotta keep the app, right? But I was more using the app just to like watch videos, like, you know, like a robot just going through watching videos. And I'm like, bro, what the fuck? You're falling back into like the old Patrick where you're just like on these apps and, you know, you're just like wasting time. Like, your days are just going by and you're just fucking wasting time. And it felt like that for like 2-3 weeks, bro. Like, this past 2-3 weeks weren't good for me, bro. I'm just like, bro, like a week ago prior from this incident, bro, you would have been perfectly fine. Just keep moving. But like, since you downloaded these apps and everything like that, it's just like completely thrown me off track, right? And it's like me being such a productive guy, you know, like I'm the type of guy to really just get to it every single day. Like, every minute of the day I want to be working towards my goals, bro. So it's like these apps were like holding me. It was just making me feel like so lazy, right? Just so fucking lazy. Like, and I remember even like, you know, I go to sleep at a certain time, like at 10 o'clock, but then I find myself watching TikTok and, you know, Instagram and YouTube and doing all of these shits, right? And just like, then it turns from 10 to like 11. Then I'm going to sleep at 11:30 and even 12. I'm like, bro, like, how are you falling off track like this? Like, you know, we need to tighten up. And, you know, this was just me re-downloading these apps, right? Just falling back into like the, I guess you could say, addiction of just like, you know, just being distracted, like just being so distracted and just not putting your mind to the goals. And it was killing me these past 2 to 3 weeks, bro. And I was like, all right, because the cope was to like just basically be on TikTok, to post on my TikTok and be consistent. But it was like, bro, I was not being consistent. And realizing that, bro, I'd rather not even do TikTok because this shit is actually like in the way. I don't want to be doing TikTok anymore, right? Because all of the apps, bro, like, it's just like me watching continuous videos. You know, you just fall into the screen. The first thing that you open on the screen is a video, like, and you just keep scrolling. You just scroll by just like because you just do. Like, it's like nature, just like scrolling because it's there. Or then you go to your following, like who posted when you're following, or your friends, or, you know, something like that. And it's just like, you know, you end up just being on the app for like 15-20 minutes without even realizing. And then the 20 goes to 30, then 40, then even an hour. And then I would wake up in the morning. I remember just waking up in the morning. First thing I'll do is just grab my phone and I'll be on TikTok, just like how I was like a year ago. So I'm like, bro, this is like fucking us up, bro. Like, it's just messing up my whole life right now. And, you know, I know a lot of people do it without even realizing that, like, yo, bro, we're wasting time. You know, like, from the moment I wake up now, it's like, it's only been like 4 or 5 days that I've deleted the apps again. But like, I'm back to normal. Like, I feel like I'm just back to normal. Like, I woke up today at like 6 in the morning, right? Earlier than I usually do, but I have my energy and I just felt great. And I fell asleep somewhat early yesterday, but like I felt great. And I, dumb early, 8 in the morning, I went to the beach to go walk, like walk on the bay, and just like I felt great, bro. Like I'm like, this is how we're supposed to be feeling, right? And I'm just like waking up to this shit, and I've been feeling like, yo, I have to make a video on this, bro, because all the things that you said you would have done, you will be doing it. Trust me, like you're just like, you have no choice. You have nothing to do. You have nothing to grab your phone and waste time on. You're not gonna waste nothing. You're not. It's like a video game. Once you get rid of the video game, it's like, bro, you have time to do this stuff now, right? You have time to draw, to color, to go to this certain place at this certain time, because you have the time now, bro. Like, and you start to realize, like, you start to love yourself from this stuff. Like, you don't even grab your phone for anything anymore. Only for it's a phone call, a text message to get back at somebody, or like, I don't grab my phone for nothing but that, or to check my YouTube, honestly. That's all I've been doing, right? And like, this is why I had been so like inconsistent with my work of posting and being consistent on my YouTube. It's like, bro, if you're fucking up on my, like, if I'm fucking up on my YouTube, like, that's how I know my whole, like, shit is going downhill. Like, my whole life is going downhill, because I'm fucking glued to this shit. I felt like this laziness, just not wanting to do nothing. And I'm just like, bro, that's not you. Like, that's not you at all. Like, and I'm just like, bro, you have to tighten up, right? And God's been giving me these, like, signs of like, yo, you have to toughen it up and, keep doing what you have to do, because, the only way you're going to get to where you want to be is by continuing what you have to do and what you want to do. And I'm just like, I feel like God is like connecting to me in a certain type of way. And I'm like, bro, you're absolutely right. Like, I appreciate you for that. Like, I appreciate you for making me go through this, because then I realized what the main cause of this stuff is. The Instagram and the TikTok for me is like the biggest thing, bro. I don't know if it's for Snapchat for you, or, whatever, like Twitter. I was never a Twitter head. I would never use Twitter. But TikTok is like a Vine, and TikTok is like the best, like, most kind of entertaining app. So like, that was the app that I was more glued on, right? And Instagram is just like for me to check up on stories. Like, I don't even care, right? Like, I could care less about like going to explore page. Like, I was never really doing that. It was just like seeing the stories of what people were doing, and me stepping away from that, like, showed that I'm lit in real life. Like, I literally love what I do. I love to like work hard. I love to push myself. I love to push people around me too. It just brings up like the vibration of just like me and somebody else just really going at it and just really getting to work, like focusing on what we have to do. And, it's just like, I thank God for just waking me up to this, like making me feel so much better. Like, I've realized what's better. Like, I went out for this walk, and it's been like a 45-minute walk, and it was just like me walking, just like clearing my mind, feeling good though. Like, the wind was hitting. I just felt really great today. And it's just like, and it was the earliest I've been waking up was like 9 a.m. and I normally wake up at like 7. So it's like, bro, I've realized like this whole thing is being messed up. Like, my whole life is getting out of whack just because of these two simple things of just deleting these two apps. Like, I remember sleeping at like 12. Now I sleep at like 10. Just like ready. Like, my body knows what it's like, going back into its routine. And then waking up at like 7, 8. Like, today I woke up at 6, bro. I never really do that. I normally fall asleep, go back to sleep, but like, it was like, yo, but my body was telling me like, yo, come on, let's get up. Let's go do something, literally. So like, I woke up and I went to take a walk, and I just felt so good, bro. So I just want to share this with y'all, that like, if this thing is controlling your life, like, you realize that this is like addicting. It is. Like, a lot of people will be like, it's like, I think of it more so like as a drug too, but like, people like make fun of like, homeless people who are like doing these drugs and everything, and they're so addicted they don't know what's up with their life. To the people who drink a lot. But then it's like, bro, you're a fucking robot that's on this phone. You don't know how to go out and talk to people because you're on your phone. You're scared to go talk to people because you're on your phone, like a bot, like a robot. I'm telling you, like, you're like a literal robot just on your phone, not knowing how to communicate with others because you're scared and you don't know what to do. And you spend all your time and you get like your whole personality from an app. And it's like, these apps are so bad for you, especially TikTok. Like, you can see a whole lot of bad things on there. The advice, a lot of the different things aren't good on there too. Like, you'll see all of these rappers and all of these singers doing all of this like bad shit. Like, I seen like Lil Nas X like twerking on the devil. Like, all of this just like, and God is like telling us like, yo, like, I've been reading the Bible at church and everything. It's like, God is telling us like, be prepared for this stuff. Like, literally be prepared for all of this bad stuff that's happening. You have to be ready. So stay yourself, stay 300, and whatever you do in life, trust me, I believe in you, bro.